So right now we're going to go over some terms and equations that we're going to see in this chapter. And so first term that we're going to talk about is the cost of goods available for sales. So this is basically the value of your inventory that is ready for you to sell to your customers. So the equation is your beginning inventory, so before the financial year, how much inventory you have left, plus purchase inventory, which is during that financial year, the amount of inventory that you purchased, minus purchase return allowances and discount. Those are things that we're going to talk about later, so just keep in mind that purchase return allowances and discount is part of the equation of cost of goods, so available for sales. And then plus transportation in. So we talked about product cost and period cost, and transportation in is a product cost. And so you would add that to your cost of goods available for sales. So this is the equation for cost of goods available for sales. The second one that we're going to talk about is the cost of goods sold, which in short we call it COGS. And so the equation is basically cost of goods available for sale from the first equation, and then minus the end in inventory. And that's going to be how you find your COGS at the end of the financial year. The next one is gross margin. So gross margin is calculated by subtracting COGS from net sales. So net sales, you can see from this equation, is the total sales minus sales return, discount, and allowances, which we're going to talk about later too. And so gross margin is different from net income, which we can see right here. Net income or loss is gross margin minus other expenses. So gross margin and net income is different. Make sure that we notice that gross margin has COGS, and net income uses gross margin minus other expenses in order to find out net income. And then at the end, you have gross margin percentage. So you use gross margin divided by net sales times it by 100%, and then you get the gross margin percentage. So those are some basic formulas and equations and terms that we're going to see throughout this chapter. And so make sure you write this down and make sure you memorize it for your test. And so yeah.